Hi, John. Listen, thank you for allowing Inspira to be here. I'm really excited to take this time to be able to learn more about you, your business, your struggles, and in general, just finding out, how you've been doing. Just want to know more about you and what you've gone through.
Yeah, Gilberto, you know what? It's an honor. Thank you, by the way, for selecting us. It's always exciting because it causes me to think back on when we started and what we've gone through. So I'm really excited to be able to share the story with you this morning.
Beautiful, beautiful. Well, I'm excited. Let's do it. Well, tell me, how did all this get started? How did this all begin? I mean,
Right. So you know what, Gilbert, I had a dream, right? I come from a place called La Barca, Jalisco, and they're known for birria, right? The oven roasted goat meat, right? Just drizzled with the consomme, right? For many years, I came here when I was 5 years old back in '68. But my father would always take us back. My mother and my father would, every single year, we'd go back there during his vacation time. And every year we would try the birria. And as a kid, I loved the birria. I still love it now.
Sure.
So I said, when I hit 40, fast forward to 40, I woke up one day and I said, you know what? If I were to die today, what a boring life. I'm just, so I said, I got to do something with myself, right?
Yeah, I don't know about a boring life, okay, but you're being a little humble here. No, especially with your music background. I don't know about boring. I think you've had some incredible experiences.
But at that time, thank you, but at that time I was like, wait a minute, it's kind of flatlined. So I said, I need to do something, right? So what was that? And we were talking about food, it all revolves around food, whether it's spiritual food or just food that we consume, enchiladas, quesadillas, whatever.
Sure.
And I said, what would I set up? And I said, I know what, birria, because no one makes that style of birria here in the States. So I came up with this thought, let me go back there and see if I can learn it and possibly bring it here. And then give it a shot. At least bring a flavor from Mexico, from my town, bring it here and see what people think. That's where it started.
Yeah, well, I think also it speaks to that it's never too late. It's never too late. I mean, for you to have done that in your 40s, I mean, come on. A lot of people in their 40s are like, you know what, I'm going to be retiring pretty soon. I don't know that I want to necessarily engage in a whole new venture and doing something. But I think you kind of did your midlife crisis kind of thing going on. You wanted to, really do something that would resonate. That you wanted to leave a legacy.
Yeah, there was certainly no Corvette. It was a goat.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's what I went after.
Okay, great. Well, tell me. So, I'd love to know more about that. How you, when you went out there, is there a particular restaurant that you went to? A whole bunch of them. Elaborate a little bit more. I'd love to hear that.
Yeah, I think about that all the time. There's a gentleman, like in el Mercado de la Barca, Jalisco, el Señor Miguel Segura. To me, he's the best in the world. His birria is phenomenal. The presidents out in Mexico used to order birria from him at one point in time, him and his family. So I knew that was good. I went out there, I did my investigative work. I said, everyone's really good, but for some reason, this one here, he's very special I kind of like match him up to a physician, el doctor de la birria. He doesn't get dirty. He's very clean, very proper, así como tú bien peinado y todo. He looks like he doesn't even, And then he serves the plates in such a manner that you're like, oh my God, this guy's an artist. So I studied under him. What's funny, Gilberto, is that a lot of people said, birria? Come on, nobody likes birria. And restaurant? What do you know about restaurants, John? I said, not much, but I like food, so I think I can figure this out. So I take off. And everyone says, they're not going to teach you. I mean, this is a recipe that has been in their family for years. Yeah. So I go there to the Mercado, introduce myself and the vision and mission of what I wanted to do. Right. And, with God's help, he's always there helping, right? Yeah. And he says, you know what, don't worry, I'll tell them to help you. And they did. They said, you know what, come Wednesday. When I remember asking them if I could learn from them, they said, come Wednesday and we can talk. Well, on Wednesday, when it showed up, I was there. I was picking the goats, and they were teaching me, and the guy that usually helped Don Miguel Segura wasn't there. So I didn't mind helping him. So
stepped in?
yeah. So I guess he kind of liked me about it. He says, he go, no, te vas a ensuciar. You're going to get dirty, I said, no, I'm fine. Le ayudé con los chivos, los hornos y las pencas y todo. And he kind of looked at me and goes, yeah, this guy's okay, Así empecé, investigué y iba para allá. Duré como unos 6 años. I'm a slow learner.
No, I think you just enjoyed being there and, kind of getting your being immersed in the whole process and really feeling you were becoming an expert in it. And I think that's, at the end of the day, just building the skill sets, the nuances of understanding. Because, and it's not something you just do in a heartbeat. I'm sure it's a skill, it's an art, absolutely.
It takes a while. And I thought I could do it quickly.
Yeah.
But no, I think you're right. Because one year, I went there and I'm like, okay, great, this is it. I think I got this. So I come back here, and I'm not a chef by all means. I cooked here and there, but
Sure.
My son's a real chef. And then my wife can really cook. So I'm surrounded by people that can cook. So I don't practice a lot, Gilberto.
Right.
It's a good thing and a bad thing. But the birria, that I wanted to perfect. We brought it down to the milligram and everything with timing and the meat. It's more scientific now, But we try to give you the same product day in, day out.
Being consistent.
Consistency, absolutely, yeah. But being out there in the journey in Mexico, it wasn't only making the birria. I learned a lot about, how you treat the animal, how you, butcher the animal, how you serve it, the respect, and a lot of people don't see that from this side of the table. All they see is the final product. But to your point, what you're saying, I started like getting submerged into more of the philosophy, and there's more to it than just look, here's a taco. You know what I mean?
Right.
It's the relationship with people, with the vendors, with your customers, with your employees. It just encompasses everything. There's more to it than
Absolutely.
Here's a rib.
Yeah.
So
yeah. No, totally. I think that is, the true nature of, especially the respect for the animal and the fact that, this is how they live, what they consume, how you ultimately process them, how you butcher them. It's important because they the less stress they experience when you're doing what you need to do, the more tender the meat is as well, because they don't release all those adrenaline and all these other stress hormones that then makes the meat tough and hard. So it's all an art. It's all kind of those things that forever and ever people maybe did it just because it was the right thing to do for the animal and out of respect, but it also made a difference in the meat itself, because otherwise you're fighting against what would be a natural experience with the animal and it being being treated in a humane manner.
No, I certainly believe in that. Then when you study the goat, Gilberto, the more, we've been doing this for like 20 years, 16 in business and maybe the other 4 just researching. But I found out that goats, they're very finicky. People think that they eat everything. They pick everything and they're smelling, sniffing, and tasting, even cans. So people say they even eat cans. Well, no, they're actually tasting and say, no, that's not good. It's like ratatouille, kind of, the rata goat, and then he's like sniffing. But then also, they're very sensitive. They're very, they have to be accompanied by another goat. They can't be alone.
Social.
You know what I mean?
They're very social.
social.
Yeah, they're very social animals, yes.
Very sensitive. They're social. So I think that's pretty cool. But, of course, they're climbing mountains as well. So a little bit of everything. You know what I mean? But one of the things that I learned is that coffee out in Ethiopia, was discovered because of goats. So the shepherd was taking them, and he would take a break in the same spot, and he would look, just watch as they were grazing.
Right.
And he says, I noticed that every time I stop, they would go in the middle of the field and graze, and then I'd get up and start walking, and they were bouncing all over the place, and I'm like, what are they eating? So he goes there and he finds the coffee beans.
Right.
And that's where they said he grabs some and he takes them into the town. He says, look, I don't know what's in this, but it affects these guys this way.
And they enjoy it. They literally go for it, right?
Exactly. Yeah. And here we are. You fast forward, and that's coffee. Some of the best coffee comes from Ethiopia.
So in a way, goats have revolutionized society because it is said that coffee is what has changed and brought us into the modern age. Because coffee, it's one of those things that now has really changed how we engage, interact. That cup of coffee, it may seem like nothing. It's, but it's ubiquitous to people getting up and going to work and getting things done, and just it's pretty amazing. So it's amazing how a goat can change the world, right?
It is. No, it's phenomenal. So anyway, the story, with the goats. So I'm really intrigued by the goats now, and the meat, our purveyor, nice guy, Lalo Lage. He's out in Woodstock, Illinois, close to Rockford. And he's been my sole provider for a long time, yeah. So again, we believe in, hey, stick to one person, be loyal, because that's kind of phasing out now in society. But he's there, he does a really nice job.
So you're getting quality products. I mean, it's very respectful, and clearly people enjoy that, and they can taste it in your food and how you prepare it. We have at B&B we have a belief. We do things with heart. We try to do everything that we can with heart. We believe that we bring good memories through great food, in the sense that the foods that we try to provide are about providing great memories for our people who purchase them. If you're gonna buy something just to fill your stomach, maybe you don't want to buy us. But if you want to buy something to really enjoy with your family and maybe bring you together and just really have a beautiful meal, that's what we want to be a part of, and that's what we really try to support in every way that we possibly can. And I think we're reflective of that. We use our products here, and you make your quesadillas with our products. And I think it really speaks to what you're trying to provide your end consumer, your clients, with that special experience that they won't get it with something else. It's not going to be the same, and it's not quite the same, and it just doesn't quite feel that it touches them. And that's what we want to do. We want to touch people the same way you're touching people, with the love you put into and the care you put into making the preparing the meats and the food, and just caring about all the process all the way through and through. The same thing holds for us. We care about the farmers that provide our milk, and how the cows are being cared for, how we work with the different family farms, as well as some commercial, but we have a lot of family farms. And it's amazing. A lot of farms, their cows have names, and they're all like, oh, this is, they have them out in the field, and we've been out there, and it's just amazing how much love and care they put into taking care of their cows.
What you're talking about as far as the cheese. I've been using your cheese, and I'm not saying it because I'm on camera or anything, but we haven't deviated from it. The Chihuahua cheese, Supremo. It's good. It's delicious. We've had vendors come in there, hey, try this, try that. And I'm like, thank you, leave it here, and then we'll check it out. We haven't changed it. But to your point, a quesadilla, if you think about it, some of the best dishes in Mexico, look at chilaquiles. What do they have? Cheese, tortilla, right?
Very simple.
Sauce. Very simple. Yeah, quesadilla. There was this lady in Michoacan. We were starving, and we went to Quiroga, right? And right outside Quiroga, they have carnitas, the carnitas mecca of the world, I think, But we were hungry. There's this lady, very pristine looking, and there's like 10 people around her, and she has un comalito, and she has a little coffee cup. I'm like, how is she feeding people, And she was so quick. Gilberto, she was making, ¿le puedo ayudar? Si me da dos quesadillas, sí, no hay problema. Sí. ¿Quiere café? But that quesadilla that I had was that flavor that I wanted here. But it was the experience along with the cheese. Sure. And when you finally serve this one, and the hand-pressed tortilla, that makes a world of a difference. Absolutely. So when you talk about, hey, we're looking for that experience, you're right. That's what we're trying to do here.
Absolutely. I've been to the markets in Mexico as well, and there's something to be said about those where they're literally massaging the masa, and then they're just
Oh,
you know,
man.
and then just throw it onto the comal and then heat it up really nice. They do huaraches, or they do, just simply the tortillas, and then they add sopes and all that, just right on the spot, right then and there. I mean, open market, and question whether it's going to be clean necessarily, but that's where you go with people you trust, and that those are the markets, that the areas where that, okay, no, these are good, everything's fine, because you have to be careful. You just have to.
Yeah.
It's just a reality.
It's
But that's the calculated risk. But at the same time, when I've gone, I've been fortunate that I've had family members, people that I know, they're like, oh no, I've come here all the time. It's good and everything. Okay, great. We do it. And it's amazing just to see that and experience that. You have to do that at some point in time in your life. I think everyone has to. It's an amazing experience.
Something to be said about street food.